Hello and welcome to another episode of the Chrissie Mayr podcast. We are on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. And if you're listening to us on iTunes right now, please leave a 5-star review. It can say anything. It can be weird. It can be funny. It can be you just really honestly talking about yourself. For example, let's pull one up. Let's pull up a review here. Da da da. Okay, these are great. I've gotten a couple of new ones recently, so thank you so much. This one's really funny. This one's from I Love Bubbly. For someone who claims to be Mr. Edgy, 21 Agenda, blah, blah, Ryan is a moron. Trump did not lose at all, and he will win this battle. No thanks to the people like Ryan who give up and roll over and take it. Gross. Trump won by landslide. And as I work in cybersecurity, I have seen the digital evidence, and it's damning against Biden. Also, 3 of our U.S. Supreme Court justices were on Bush's law team that defended him and beat Gore. This guest is an expert on nothing. Other than that, I love Chrissy, who is hilarious, open-minded, and non-judgmental. How refreshing she is in a world of haters. Love this podcast. Oh my God, thanks, Bubbly. And the title of that review is Ryan is a Psych Op. That was from the Kooky Conspiracy podcast with Ryush and Malone. Check that out. Wanted to let you guys know this episode is brought to you by Adam and Eve. Go to adamandeve.com. Use the promo code CMP. You're going to get almost, I think, about 50% off just about any item online. Plus free shipping. And there's a ton of amazing goodies on their website. Check it out. Get yourself a new vibrator, a new butt plug for Christmas, for Thanksgiving. Stuff that turkey, guys. Let's get into it. Give yourself a little something fun, a new lube. Go nuts. They have tons of great stuff. Go to adamandeve.com. Use the promo code CMP. Get yourself something nice.
Wait, before we go on.
Oops. Oh, hold on. I am so excited to have this gal on the show today. I met her in March. I did her Vivid radio show on Sirius XM, channel 415, had the time of my life. And then we were thrown into this crazy lockdown COVID times. You may recognize her from jerking off to her during her star-studded porn career. Which ended in 1997, but she's still plenty busy. Her show with Ginger is called Who Let the Girls Out, and also she has a poppin' OnlyFans. It's OnlyFans/Christy Canyon 11. It's Christy Canyon.
Okay, and I have to preface this by saying I stayed up way too late last night. I literally got up at about 20 minutes before the show, and I'm like, oh, I have to do a podcast today. Time sometimes has no meaning, but I'm never late, but I have no makeup on. I haven't even brushed my teeth. I'm getting my nails done because they are going to close down, I think, again. Not that I didn't find an underground place. Let's be fucking serious.
You got to get an underground nail place. Yeah.
I'm not going down with ugly split ends and nails and bad skin. So I lined up my beauty people, and you know what? I didn't catch it, knock on wood. But anyway.
Yeah, I've been feeling great. I've been feeling the healthiest I've ever felt in the last 8-9 months. And yeah, I'm feeling great. Feeling great. I'm also going to try to get my nails done before I go see my dad in Florida.
Lucky. Okay, I'm putting mascara on, even though
do the whole regime. I went yesterday to Origins. I wish they were a sponsor, but they're not. And I just got a whole bunch of creams and stuff. So I love their stuff.
You guys are so cute. So I want your viewers to know I literally have no makeup on. This is what you get first thing in the morning in my sleep pajamas, which I'm wearing to the nail place because they don't really care what I wear. They don't care that I have no makeup on, and I'm a busy woman, baby. But I always have time.
Uh-oh, we froze.
Because you and I were in a DMing in the beginning. I was going to do your show, and then you stopped DMing me, Christy.
Oh my God, no, I thought you stopped DMing me. We lost, oh man.
No, if you look, I was the last one to send. It's
okay. No, I'm mortified. I'm normally so good and on point with messaging people.
Well, as you can tell, I DM'd you and then I didn't persist. So it's a 50-50.
Oh no, I'm so sad. Well, if you're ever in New York, please come do the wet spot. Or also you can also totally zoom in whenever you want. And
You're so cute. Oh
we
my God.
love to
Next
have
time I'll
you.
actually have a little mascara on her. I don't know, but I do have my mascara, which I am going to put on. I miss you. You were so
I
much
miss
fun when you came on
you.
my show. Whoopsie. I
It
loved
was
having
so great. I instantly fell in love. I was like, "You're so much fun. You just put me at ease, and you're so easy to talk to." And this Vivid radio show you've been doing for a little while now.
Um, I I've been on radio for 15 years. It started 15 years ago at Playboy for like 8 years. And then Vivid got the contract. Don't you love the pointer? Ooh.
Ooh.
Um, and then been at Vivid for like 7 or 8 years. What I love it. I love my radio show.
It was so great, and we had so much fun, with the callers, and I don't know, it was just great. And it really does feel like last year. I can't believe it was only March.
You you were one of my last guests before we shut down for like 6 months, like literally 6 months. You were one of my last guests. In fact, I
Yeah.
remember like hugging you. And like we even said, like, haha, there's this weird Chinese virus going around, but I don't feel sick. And thank God we weren't. But
Yeah.
that was like the onset when like our lives kind of changed.
Yeah, it was. It was an interesting moment because I had done a show at the Moroccan Lounge in LA, and it was like people were there, thank God, but like I could tell, a few people hadn't come. All right, a few, more than a few didn't come, but it was fun to be on stage and make the joke of like, oh, this show is going to be sold out, but half the audience is stuck on a cruise boat, marooned because of this COVID BS. I was amazed I was able to still do that show. And then I flew back from LA, I think March 11th, and went straight to Philly, did another show, and then that was the last show.
That's our last day was like the last week of March. And then
Hmm.
Sirius XM shut down. I guess they were on a skeletal staff. So we were off for 6 months, which shows me how low on the totem pole we are. We were like the last to come back.
Oh God.
I
Yeah.
know, I know. But you know what? I got creative. I really did. That's when I like really started my OnlyFans. And then Ginger Lynn and I started our show. Like, you just got to get creative. The government didn't help me out one dime. So I'm like, okay,
Wow.
because we're 1099. So, but you know what? You just got to get creative. You got to just get goddamn creative. And I did.
Yeah. How did the inspiration come about? Like what made you think, "Oh, I want to do a show with Ginger"? Had you known her for a while?
Oh, yeah. Try 36 years.
Oh
She
God.
was the first girl in my life, not just on film, in my life that I ever had sex with. Like, cause
Wow.
I was barely 18, got in the business, and then in 1984. And it was one of those things where I had been with like 5 or 6 guys. It wasn't like, oh yeah, I was the, high school hoe. And now I was like pretty naive and what behind the ears. And so I show up one day and I was going to have a girl scene. And I was so excited and nervous. Cause like, that's the kind of thing in high school. Like you think, oh, I want to try a girl, but you're not going to go up to some senior and go, hey, I want to lick my foot.
No.
So I didn't, at least I was not that bold.
I was
So
not anywhere near that like into my sexuality. In high school, I was like very, I think, suppressed. Given a
yeah.
lot of hand jobs to be cool, but I was not searching for anything for me.
It was crazy. So anyway, she was my first girl and she knew I'd never been with a girl and she was so wonderful and so like loving. That's when films were still like kind of romantic and loving. And she was like, okay, this is what you do, Christy. And and she walked me through it and it was beautiful. So we've been besties for 36 years. Like she's gone off and done her things or I've gone off and done mine, but we always are connected and we always come back
Wow.
together. And so on the break, right? On the break, I'm like, okay, I don't know if we're ever going back. I think we are, but I don't know. So get creative, Christy. So I called Ginger and I was like, we've always talked to because we used to work on Playboy together and our chemistry is so phenomenal. So I called her. I'm like, do you want to, like try this podcast, but ours is video and podcast. And I'm so like, I'm a paycheck girl. I've never had to start a business. I've always gotten like my weekly paycheck. Here you go. Here you show up like a little robot. So I finally like have to actually start doing something on my own. But it's just beautiful. It's so much fun. And then we hired Lainey to be our publicist. And you know what? I don't know what's going to happen. I still have my radio, because then we went back on radio. So it just, you know what? I could do it all. That's the beauty of me. I can multitask.
You really can. And I think, I mean, I'm just blown away, because a lot of people, like mostly comics that I've talked to, that are like my age or a little older, have just in talking to them, I can tell they feel completely overwhelmed by, gearing up their social media presence, figuring out how to do a podcast. And I really commend you, because you're just like, yeah, I figured it out. Which is great.
Not well, because we do have somebody that uploads everything. He's, and he gets a little percentage of it, just because I don't get the podcasting. I get how to listen to them, but I don't know how to upload all that.
It's really a pain. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah.
So it's just, but he's worth his whatever percentage. He's totally worth it. It's so much fun. And then I amped up my OnlyFans, because I remember one day right at the pandemic, I was like, okay, we got 2 weeks off, because that was Grusome Newsom's 2 weeks off. We're locked down.
Is that the beginning?
Yeah. When our mayor, Grusome Newsom,
he is
was like,
gruesome.
Oh, he's disgusting. And I don't get into politics. I just don't like him. It's not blue. It's not red. I don't like him. But anyway, so it was like 2 weeks. Great. No problem. I'll clean out my closets. I'll blah, blah, blah. 2 weeks turned into 4 weeks. And then I did someone else's radio show, and my callers called in, and Chrissy, I suddenly got like panicky that I missed, because they
followed you.
Friend. Mm-hmm. They become your daily routine, whatever. And that's when I thought, okay, I'm on OnlyFans. What am I doing though? Like, I post pictures. So one day I sat down and I really dove into my OnlyFans, and I'm like, oh my God, I could post videos. I could do this. I could go live. So I started my live show back in probably April, the end of April. And like, I would go on my live show on OnlyFans. I know what I was doing. So the first one I did was like 7:00 on a Friday night in my office. I had shitty lighting. I looked like I was in the witness protection program. Someone sent me a ring light,
swinging light bulb. Yeah,
totally. Where it was so dark, you just saw shadows. And I'm like, okay, someone sent me a ring light. I forget who, but thank you, whoever you were. I didn't even really know what a ring light was. And so I could light up, I'd like lit myself up. You could see me. And every week I got better and better. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I get to see my peeps every week at least. Then we went back on radio. But it was like kind of like an emotional lifesaver. And I know that sounds crazy, but I've been in this business 36 years, and 99.99% of my fans, I love. I absolutely adore, and we have a bond and all that other great stuff. So it felt good to be able to have some connection with them.
That is really great. Like, I don't have a ton of fans. I have some fans, but there's this one fan that I have. He's a big fan of Wet Spot. He's an even bigger fan of porn. I'm sure he's going to listen to this and be thrilled to see you're on here. His name is like Michael Gavin Lee. He calls into the show every week, and like sometimes he really irritates me. Yes. He's going to be like blown away that we're talking about him right now. But
my God. In fact, I have a funny Michael Gavin Lee story. He lives in New York. And I met him about 1.5 years ago when I was at Scores in New York. And then he calls my radio show, blah, blah, blah. He goes to the expos. So last year, right before I think it was before New Jersey, he calls my Vivid radio show, because we're still on air. We're still traveling. And he's like, I'm going to be in New York or New Jersey. Can I have a free picture with you? I said, what? No. Do I tell my car payment? Michael wanted a free picture. And so he ended up but I was like, Michael, I come from an era where we actually get paid for what we do. We love it, but we have to, oh my God, I razzed you, Michael, on Vivid Radio, on air for millions a year. And you know what? He got it. And he still calls. But he like caught me on that. Like, because don't forget, Chrissy, I come from an era in the adult world the word free didn't exist. You paid for it. You bought the VHS for $112. Like,
It really was that much?
I think that back in the 80s, I think they were about $89.95. And you got that big old VHS tape that could take a row of teeth out if you chucked it at somebody.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. Yeah. I remember like, going to the back of a Ricky's or like an adult store, there'd be like a little, a section with like beaded curtains. Like I definitely grew up in that time. And then like maybe they'd have some like, soft, scandalous films at Blockbuster, because my brother worked at Blockbuster for a time, and he didn't really like hook us up. I don't think you really can.
They did not have adult at Blockbuster. They refused.
Maybe it was just like something else.
It was the local mom and pop stores carried it, or of course, the adult bookstores. Blockbuster would never carry adult videos. That's why they went out.
Family store. Yeah. And where are they now? Yeah. I hope you're happy, Blockbuster. Get with the times.
Right. Yet they'd carry Rambo that was like all violence.
Yeah.
But you know what? What are you going to do? Shit happens. I never take any of that personally.
Yeah. It's a hard industry. And I was reading an article, I think that you were cited in for Town and Country magazine. And you had an interesting quote. You were like, what, you're going on and on about the industry. You're like, once you've done porn, you've got like a black mark on you. And there were a few girls that have been able to cross over into more mainstream. You mentioned Tracy Ginger, Jenna Jameson, Sasha Grey. And, I wonder have your feelings changed at all? Because now I feel like there's even more girls who have successfully, crossed over into mainstream, and maybe there is less of a stigma. But what are your feelings? Is that it's still kind of there?
No, I don't think that they'll get the cute little TNA movies. They'll get the slasher, thrasher, horror films. You could have like Ginger's had a nice little mainstream career. But this is my opinion. I'd love for someone to debunk it. You're never going to play with the big dogs. You know what? Tide's never going to advertise if you've got an adult star in your TV show. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're always going to have that. But you know what? It is what it is. I take no offense. I don't want to cross over because I can't act my way out of a paper bag. But it's just the game. And I don't take like, oh, how dare you? I don't care. I don't care if people don't. Like, I had a girl call on my radio show, an adult girl. She tried to rent an Airbnb. And I guess her name hooked up to her Facebook with her porn name. And they were like, oh, we don't want you to type it up.
What the fudge?
And they banned her. Airbnb banned her from ever renting from Airbnb again. You know what my response was? Go to VRBO.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Verbo. I've done Verbo. That's yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it does exist, the discrimination. But I've been around so long. I get the game. You just bullshit. You make up a fake name. You make up a fake Facebook. Play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta play the game.
It's easier to live and get through to just play the game. Fudge it here and there. It's easier to do that and get on with your life than it is to change a whole system.
Oh, this girl was devastated, and I'm like, go to VRBO. Who cares? Like, if they don't want our money, someone will. Like, I just
always going to be somebody who will, who will pick up the slack.
And I just don't play. I mean, it's sad, but I can't change it. There's nothing I'm not going to get out there and how we have rights to. Yeah, we do.
Protest. Yeah.
You learn when to zip it. You learn when to not be ashamed, certainly have no regrets, but you know when to just pick a different name to use for something. And you know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that we're ashamed, and doesn't mean that how could I have done? No, it means I know when to shut the fuck up and use a different name for that. But let me tell you, my past has helped me more than it's ever hurt me. So.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I think I was talking once with Stoya, and she said at one point a bank just shut down her business account. Like,
they do that. And they have every right. I got harassed by my bank. Oh my God. About 2 years ago, they called me and they're like, okay, Christy, what's this? What's this Vivid internet check? For radio, Vivid radio. And they actually, and I call my attorney. I'm like, they're going to shut me down. He's like, yeah, tough. They have every right to. They have every right to.
Really? Because it's a private company.
Right. And I thought, you know what? They do have a right to. And so I like found another bank, but luckily the girl called me and they all love me because I'm Armenian and they're Armenian at the bank. And they're like, okay, Christy, we're going to slide it through, but you did get flagged for your eBay, PayPal, oh, and then I have a rental property and there's X amount of money that this renter that I have used to pay in cash. We're not talking a lot. It's in kind of a bad area. But she would pay in cash. So every month I'd put X amount in cash. And they're like, okay, what's this X amount in cash every month? So there were a few things that flagged it, but luckily the girls there love me. And they're like, okay, we're gonna work to not, because we love seeing you, So but you're right. Banks close down a lot of people, but you know what? They have a right to.
That's actually like I really like your take on some of these things, because I think, I don't know, there's kind of like something in the air now where if you don't like it, if you don't like something or someone or some company, the way they do business, the reaction a lot of people have is to cancel, to protest, to drag their name through the mud. And I kind of like your approach. Like you're not just like laying down and taking it. It's not like you don't have a backbone. You absolutely do, but you can tell like when to make your life easier by kind of like taking a turn instead of swimming upstream, fighting a battle you don't have to fight.
If I've got a leg to stand on, I'll go for the jugular. But if I don't, I throw my hands up and find a place that'll accept me. Because in the end, I don't really care. Someone's always going to take my business and my money.
Yeah. And it does always feel better to go where you're loved instead of just staying where you're tolerated. I don't know. There's a quote somewhere that says that better.
I'll buy it. I'll take it. It's just one of those things where I don't have time to waste on the whole protest. I mean, like I'm Armenian and they had the Armenian protest here. I so wanted to go out there and protest, but I think I had a nail appointment.
That's so real. I don't even know what was going on with the Armenian protest. That's how like I'm even worse. Like I just didn't know.
Oh my God. I don't know. They were, and I get it. But again, I was like, yeah, I honked when I saw them driving with their Armenian flags. I'm like, honk, honk, yeah, inch possess.
Every honk counts, Christy. Yeah, I didn't vote. Whatever election it was, where it was like Obama won for the second time. Same thing, didn't vote because I really didn't want to miss yoga. I was like, you know what? He's gonna win. New York's gonna be blue.
Yeah,
I need to go sweat. Yeah, that was like my basic girl moment, but whatever. It's not like, I don't know. Who even knows if our votes even count? So
I'm sure they don't. I don't know. I think ever since hanging Chads. Oops.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me decline this call. Ever since hanging Chads, I've had very little faith in the system. Let's be honest.
Right. Because
and you know what? I can piss and moan all I want. I closed down a P.O. box where I had all my voter registration go like 2 years ago. I had a P.O. box, whatever. Oopsie daisy, I forgot to re-register, so I couldn't even vote this year.
Oh, whoops. I'm sure that happened to a lot. Hey, who knows? Maybe somebody voted for you, Christy. It's like,
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just have to stay in my own little bubble and realize I can't change the world. I can change horny men that haven't had sex. That I could help. And other than that, I can't do anything.
I mean, but that's doing, I think that's a really good reminder to everybody. Like, at the end of the day, you have control over your life. And there's lots, not to just, I don't know. I don't think we should stand by and just like, I sometimes get really afraid that a lot of our freedoms, like as Americans, are going to be taken away. And I think we should be aware of, okay, when is that, like how that is happening, and a sort of slippery slope, which it seems we're on. But there's also something to be said for realizing what you have control over, what you don't as a regular person. And whether it's helping 40 dudes come each day or more, I'm sure it's more. Hey, that's doing good. And getting back to your point about like, saying Tide wouldn't advertise on a show or film where there was like an adult star. I actually feel the opposite, because like I'm going to go with the company, you know what I mean? Like if your company can get out cum stains, no problem. That's the soap I want to buy.
Oh my God, I love your take on it, Chrissy. Unfortunately, they don't think that way. And I knew that about 15 years ago when I was on Playboy Radio with Ginger, and there was the morning show. They were like mainstream, and they had every advertiser. They would get raises, and we'd be like, "Why aren't Ginger and I getting raises?" And they're like, "Because we can't get advertisers for you guys." And I'm like, "Bullshit." Blah, blah. But no, advertisers, even on Playboy Radio, would not advertise on porn girls. They'd advertise in the morning because they were mainstream. But again, you know what? I'll live. They don't have to like me. And you know what the thing is? They do like me, I'm sure. All the CEOs and all that.
Oh yeah. I'm sure they're
But
very familiar with you. Yeah.
But it's the public image. And I don't mean to be like blasé about it, but I've learned at this stage in my life, if you can't change it, it's just, I'd rather go do something else and make money and have fun. You know, I'd rather get a massage than start some, you know, union or hold on, I'm taking you to go pee with me.
Oh, wow.
To go pee with me. You are so cute.
We're going to have our own little Jeffrey Toobin Zoom moment here. Okay.
But I want, and I'm telling you, you guys, it's cold here. I'm wearing my nightshirt. You're going to love my COVID toilet paper.
COVID toilet paper?
Well, you know when they like run out and you just grab whatever you can at the 99-cent store? So I grabbed some. Look, it doesn't even have a big enough hole.
Oh my gosh. That toilet paper is so tight.
I know. When I have a guy over, I make him fuck this. I'm like, yeah, baby, stick it in. They're like, baby, you are so tight. You're so cute.
For those that are just listening to this on audio, it's like an example of a toilet paper roll where there's no cardboard roll in the middle. It's just like a tiny, it looks just like a toilet paper butthole, basically.
Yeah, look at that. It won't fit. Like there's my thing.
Yeah, so how do you put that on anything?
You don't, I just use it, and I'll use it till the bitter end. Because like I said, I'm Armenian and I'm cheap and I don't throw stuff away.
I've done some cheap girl moves. I've done some struggle toilet paper moves. For example, I've used the actual roll, the cardboard roll itself to wipe, like when I've run out. Cause it's like, I mean, obviously that's like a, you know, not for a number 2 scenario, but like whatever. It's just like, you know what? It's enough. The cardboard, whatever, it works. You're not going to get a splinter.
Oh my God. It's so, and then like you have to take this whole bunch off the COVID toilet paper and you roll it up. And it's like a little spitball. There's nothing to it once you like scrunch it to dab.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're so cute.
You're so cute.
Oh my God. It's so funny. Okay. Now I got to take you in the, is this like totally unprofessional?
This is great. I love doing a little tour. The last person who did a little tour of their house was Doug Stanhope, and it was great. And he was out in Arizona, and his whole house looked like basically a taco shack.
Oh my God. Well, mine's not a taco shack. This is my bathroom. This is my bathroom.
Wow. Look at that mirror. Oh my God. The big bathtub. I'm so jealous. That's beautiful. What kind of view is that? Like, where are you generally?
Los Angeles.
Ooh. Oh, right. Cause you said Grusome Newsom.
Yeah.
Why don't you like him? Why don't you like him?
For starters, if I could vote, I wouldn't have voted for him, but I would a little pisser and moaner, and I don't even vote. Look what he did to San Francisco. I used to dance there in the 90s at the Mitchell Brothers and the New Century and Deja Vu. That was one of my favorite towns to dance in. You had the Tenderloin District where the strip clubs were. They were a little seedy. They're always seedy in strip clubs. What he did to it was so disgusting with allowing, this is my pet peeve. I don't think it's fair that we're letting Americans die on our streets like rabid dogs. Get them into, and people are like, well, what are you going to do? What would you do? That's not my job. I'm not the mayor. I don't get paid to figure out how to put these homeless in shelters. But living in a gutter should not be the answer. Okay. And so I don't like him because he ruined San Francisco. The fucking far libetard left votes him into Los Angeles. Our homeless is up 50%.
Wow.
I mean, I grew up, I'm 54 years old. I was born and raised here in Los Angeles.
You don't look it, girl.
Oh, I don't have any, well, I try to put some lip gloss on, mascara, but you know what? It is what it is.
My God, you're stunning. You're stunning.
Doesn't care. But so that's my thing is I don't like that he doesn't address the homeless pandemic. it shouldn't be. What do? They put Andy Gumps under the bridges, like, no,
What's
that's a
that? What is
Band-Aid.
that, like a tent?
No, Andy Gumps are like where they can go to the bathroom. Like, dude, you
Oh,
don't put a dump on the fucking sidewalk. Like, that's to me a Band-Aid on cancer. Fix the cancer. Anyway, I don't mean to get like PC, but
no, you're
the
good.
homeless
I'm
pandemic is
anti-PC
my
as well. So
that is my whole, like, you shouldn't allow Americans to die on the, like, okay, for instance, I was driving the other day, well, maybe a month and a half ago. I'm going to work, right? And I'm at a red light and I look over and I see, this decent looking young guy, 21, 22. And I'm like, is he home? Like, now you can't even tell. I'm like, but
is he
he's so
hot
cute.
or homeless? Like, is he scruffy?
No, he was totally hot. Right. He was still hot. So then I'm like at this long red light and all of a sudden I see him go like, I'm like, fuck, he's homeless. Okay, if they snatched him at that point and gave him meds or whatever, he could have survived. I saw him a month later.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You could have saved him. I see him a month later. His hair's a fucking matted rat's nest. He's got no shoes on. And I'm like, if they would have saved him when do you know what I mean with that? Like, there's that point of no return, I think. And these people have a fighting chance if, the government cared enough to, like, he needs mental health. Mental illness is a huge issue. It's not BS. It's not just drugs. It's mental illness.
Yeah.
And it's so real. And they're ignoring that these people need help. So that's my pet peeve, that they are not trying to help these people. Throwing them a bottle of water isn't helping them. It's, that is like not even the bare minimum. It's like a sad token move. So that's my thing. Right, left, I don't care who fixes it. I really don't care if you're red, you're blue. Someone needs to get in there and dig deep because it's getting worse by the minute. So that's my thing. That's my main thing. Okay.
And you've seen it go up just in the lockdown times, like just in the last 8 months.
Huge. And then here's my bed.
Ooh, I love your backboard. Okay, this is nice. It's like a canopy sort of bed.
And I had great sex last night in it.
Wow. I'm so jealous. My bed is falling apart. I wish I would go over there, but it's like the lighting. It's messy in my bedroom. Literally, my bed is breaking on one side. There's a piece of wood buckling out. I gotta upgrade to what you have. That looks nice.
You're so cute. I love you. Okay, so now, and I'm wearing my flip-flops. Hold on.
Ooh, yes. Toes look good.
Well, that was 3 weeks. I'm going to get them done now. What color should I get, Chrissy?
Ooh, okay. I'm thinking like it's Thanksgiving colors. So you could do like maybe a purples, fuchsias. That's all good. And if you want to go like metallic brown, that's very Thanksgiving chic. Or, black is always good.
No, I'm not. That's not my style at all. Hold on. I'm getting my purse. I'm taking you in my car, getting my nails done.
Oh, wow. We're going with you. This is great. Yeah. I like to get festive. Although I really need to get my nails done. It's like I've gone a couple months, but I
got a great girl here, baby. Ooh. She'll hook you up. She'll do it all. And the best part is you don't even have to talk to her because she just doesn't understand it. I want to see my cute dog.
Yes.
Can you see him?
You froze.
Oh, did it freeze? Mm-hmm. Did you see the dog?
Oh, yes. Is it a German Shepherd? Hi.
German Shepherd mix.
Oh my God.
Look how cute. He's so cute.
How old is he?
We about 10 or 12. We rescued him from there's this place in Los Angeles that goes to Tijuana and rescues dogs every month. So I got 2. I don't know where the other beast is.
Where the other one is. Christy, have you ever felt, because there's a lot of girls that are still, you left the industry in 97. Do you ever feel like a pull? Have you ever felt pressure to get back into it? Because I know Nina Hartley is somebody who's still going, and I think she's around, in her early 60s.
Wait, hold on, I'm switching you over.
To the car.
Can you see me?
No.
Shit, hands free. Okay, can you still see me though?
No.
Oh shit, how do I get back to that video? Hold on.
There you go.
I'm
I see
switching
you.
There.
There you go.
Yay. I'm so sorry. Okay, so have I felt
Have you felt
to
a
get back
pull
in the business? Do you
from?
mind?
No,
Wait,
no.
Chrissy, do you mind that I'm like running to get my nails done with you?
No, we're doing it. We're in
I
it.
hope
You know.
this is
Yeah.
just okay.
Let's go with it. You did freeze a little
Perfect.
bit. Okay.
You want my Nicorette lozenges?
Oh, you're trying to quit smoking?
I have not smoked in 15 years.
Wow.
No, I did quit. I haven't smoked in 15 years, but I'm addicted to Nicorette lozenges. Okay, so a pull to get back in the business. Not really. Not really, Chrissy. I really don't feel. People always ask me, "Oh my God, can you get back? Can you do another scene?" Blah blah blah. You know, when you're at the top of something, it's kind of hard to. I never say never. Put it that way. I never say never. Would I do it? I don't know. I do with Ginger for my OnlyFans. We do scenes together for my OnlyFans, but a guy, I have no plans to. I really don't. If I did, I would just do it for shits and giggles.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it seems like with all your different shows and platforms, you're kind of basically there anyway, you know, like you'll gonna do some fun stuff with Ginger, and you know, you're certainly open to, you know, kind of just doing whatever you want if the feeling struck you. Oh, you're frozen again. Gosh darn it. Did we lose her? Christy.
Because I'm like multitasking because I love you.
Okay.
I love you. My phone does everything. I don't know why.
Oh my God. This is such a hot mess. This is great. Christy. You know, maybe I'll go get my nails done. And she's gone. Oh my God. I had so many. Let's see if she comes back in. I did have several more questions. Oh, she's coming back in.
Chrissy.
Hello.
Okay, okay, hold on. I'm so sorry. Don't be mad at me.
I'm not. I could never be mad at you. Uh-oh. Frozen again.
See, there you are.
There we go. You're back.
Don't be mad at me. Okay.
No, not mad.
Hold on. I got to get out for 1 second. Don't be mad. Hold on, but I'm here. See, everyone, you get to see the real me. First thing in the morning, freshly fucked and like a crazy woman. Hold on.
It's like a day in the life. Yeah. We get to meet the dog. Are you leaving me in the car? Oh my God.
Yes, I am, but hold on, I'm coming back. Hold on, I'm coming back.
At least crack a window open.
Oh, I'm talking.
Now I know.
Hold on, I'm coming back.
I feel like the elderly person who's left in the car.
Hold on. Okay, no, I'm back. Okay, you will never have had a why isn't it showing now? Okay, I think I'm back. Oh my God, you will never have an interview like this again. I'm so sorry.
This is great.
Lainey, that fucking bitch. Don't ever let me be with her again.
Christy, I want to talk to you about I think you've been very smart with your career, very smart with your money over the years. You invested in Walmart with your royalties from performing with Vivid, which was something at the time. I don't think many adult girls were getting royalties.
No, and you know what? I'm going to tell you, I had a boyfriend back in the day, back in like 84, 85. He owned a video company.
Uh-oh, frozen again. Holy. Christy.
Back, Chrissy. I swear.
Okay, you're back. You're back.
It's not going to, sorry. He's like, save your money, Christy. It's not going to be pink forever. And I used to think, what does that mean? Does my pussy turn a different color? Like, it made no sense. Looking back, I know what he meant. Like, whether you want it to last forever or not, it's not going to. You know what I mean? You either tire of it or it tires of you. And he's like, save your money, Christy, because you know what that's called? Fuck you money. Because if you don't want to do something, you can go, fuck you. I don't have to do it. Do you know what I mean?
That's great. Yeah.
So-
Then you're not like a slave to, just whatever opportunities present themselves. You can actually just pick what you want to do.
Right. And that always stuck with me. That was always like, okay, I get it. But so Walmart though, so I went to the Fashion Institute in 1990. I enrolled in college because I never graduated high school. I quit right before. It was like my rebellion. Fuck you, mom and dad. I'm not gonna graduate, right? Like they suffered. So cut to like 1990. I was like, I really want to go to fashion school. And so I find FITM, right? The best school here. Back in the day, it was probably like $25,000 a year. And they're like, okay, well, we need your transcripts and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, fuck, transcripts. I didn't graduate. And so I'm like, oh, sure. It's like before computers, 1990. So I'm like, yeah, they won't even care. They'll never see them. So I go back for my second interview and she's like, we called your high school and you didn't graduate. And I'm like, the tears are welling up, right?
Aww.
And she's like, so why should we let you come here? Like, you didn't even graduate high school. Do you know how many kids want to go into the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchant? And I just like legit started crying. You have no idea. I had the hardest time in 12th grade. My parents kicked me out. And when you start crying and it's legit, you can't stop. And I'm like, like that kind of thing. And she's like, okay, but I still ask, why should we let you in here? I'm sorry you had a tough year. She's probably like this nutbag.
Oh.
And I said,
you're like, but I'm crying.
Oh my God. And I'm like, Lynn, I will pay you for 2 years of college in
advance. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Christy.
Dance right now, 50,000 head. So she was like, okay, day of school. I never turned an assignment late. I respected that college. And you know why? Getting back to college, because it was my hard earned. You know how many cocks I had to suck for that fucking Fashion Institute degree?
How many?
And a lot. Not enough. I don't know. Whatever it was worth it. Because I would like go to college Monday and Tuesday. Then I'd leave on like a red eye, go dance for 4 days, come home Sunday. I'd bring my homework. I had this double life going on and it was fabulous. It kept me sane. That's why I never became the character, because I always kept my life separate. Do you know what I mean? This life and the Christy life. I had to like constantly keep my two lives totally, because I've seen character. Christy, it never ends well. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to have two separate lives. That's my opinion. It worked for me.
I feel you. So you were Christy, you were literally the girl who was like stripping to get through school.
And making fuck films.
Yeah.
Because I was a Vivid girl. So one weekend a month, I would shoot my films. I loved it. I had the fucking world at my fingertips. I could do it all. Like I would go on like bookstore signings.
Wow.
And like bring my homework, and I'd call downstairs to like the whatever front desk, and I'd be like, mind you, it was 1990, 91. I graduated 92, and I'd be like, do you have a typewriter I could borrow? And they'd like lug up this big old typewriter for me, and I'd work on my projects, do my report on Coco Chanel.
Wow.
Then next morning, I'd put on the fucking, swing back to your question. I'm all over the map. So I did a report on Sam Walton, and I realized what a genius he was. He was like this, nice old man, started Walmart. He drove the same dirty old pickup to the same greasy diner for breakfast every day, got the same breakfast. And I thought, oh my God, Walmart. I want to invest in Walmart. So that was my first stock that I ever bought.
Wow.
And then I think it quadrupled, like it split and it split again. And so anyway, that's how I got into that. I didn't know what I was doing, but it was,
you just felt like
good stock.
Yeah, you just felt sort of called to him, and
Yeah,
you like that he got the same breakfast every day. You're like,
I
let's
did.
invest
He
in
was
him.
like just a down to earth
Mm.
multimillionaire. Do you know what I mean? Like there had no airs
Anyways,
about him.
yeah.
No, they're not. They're not. He never drove a flashy car. Like I loved college. In fact, talking to you, Chrissy, I want to go back.
Let's go back. Let's go back, Christy. I could go back.
I,
I could have some more random hookups, I guess.
oh my God, I got my like AA degree from FITM. And then I thought, oh, I'm gonna get my bachelor's, right? I was on this fucking college roll. So I like
Wow.
signed up for another college in Westwood. I think it was called Westwood College. And it was like an extension of the Fashion Institute. A lot of the students went there to get their other degree. And then the game changed because at the Fashion Institute, it was almost all girls, and the handful of guys, they were really 95% of them were not into females. Hang on.
Oh, you
Sorry.
mean
God
like
damn
mostly
it.
gay dudes
Yes,
at
yes. And
FIT?
they were right. Totally. So they had no clue who I was, right? I
Oh,
think
that's great.
toward the end, one of my girlfriends was like, I don't think your grandma died and left you all that money. Cause I had like a Porsche convertible. I'm like, yeah, my grandma
Oh,
died, left
really?
me all this money, blah, blah. And she's like, I was fucking my boyfriend last night and I heard your voice in my goddamn bedroom, Christy. And I'm like, what? Huh? Playing dumb. She's like, you were on Playboy Channel. I'm like sucking my guy's dick and I look over, I'm like, I go to college with that girl.
Oh my
So anyway, but no one
God.
cared. No one cared, whatever. So now I go to another college, right? And they're like, a bunch of guys there that weren't gay and totally knew who I was. I'd be like up there giving a report on like, Anne Klein or whoever. And they'd be in the back row and they'd be like
Oh my
doing
God.
and like, and they'd be, and I felt uncomfortable. I really felt uncomfortable. And that was the one time that I actually, after my first quarter, I never went back. I didn't want to pay X amount every quarter to feel uncomfortable, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that sucks. That's if anything, it's like ultimately they're probably so jealous because you're making bank and you have two careers. Yeah, I mean you have,
No, they were just
just
kind of
being
creepy
shitty.
men. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were just kind of like, you know, they were just the type of guys that I didn't want to be walking in the underground parking lot alone with too. They were kind of, little shady. They're like those rich foreigners whose parents sent them here with
Ew.
millions.
Okay, yeah, no
Do you
thanks.
know where I'm going?
Yeah, you
You know
had
where
me
I'm
at rich
going?
foreigners. Yeah, I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah. And I just thought they're the kind that would try something.
Like
I
Euro
didn't feel
trash.
safe.
Yeah.
And a little Nigerian trash to boot. Like it wasn't a good mix. But anyway, I didn't care. My life
Yeah.
went on just fine. My life, I got my goddamn AA. I still have my diploma hanging up on the wall, and I still get a 10% discount on AAA insurance because of it.
Wow, look at you. Yeah, that was so smart. And you were also, I think, the first to sell memorabilia on eBay.
You know what? I quit dancing in 2001. And I'm like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? I have to work because I'm hyper and I don't sit around and eat bonbons and watch soap operas. So I really had to grapple with what I wanted to do. I didn't want to have to. I worked at Bullock's once, if anyone remembers Bullock's, for a week. And I'm like, oh, fuck this. I got to clock in. I get 40 minutes for, like it just wasn't me. So my one of my relatives was like, oh my God, Christy, there's this new thing called eBay. You could do pretty well on it. And I'm telling you, Chrissy, 20 years later, I'm still rocking the eBay. I have
Wow.
so much stuff. It's great. Like, I love it. I found a shirt the other day that I wore in 1998 to a convention, BB, if that makes any sense. Like, BB, they haven't been open for 12 months, right? The fucker still fit, a little tight, but it still fit 22 years later, and it's up on eBay. Like, and I call it then photos of me in it, 20 years ago, because they get photos of me at the show. I'm with like Janine and Gentile and blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
And then I took photos, and I love it. I love getting creative. That's my thing. I love getting creative. I really do.
What kind of stuff would you be selling other than t-shirts? Like, would you sell like lingerie sets? Because I think I talked to a couple of girls who have done that in the past.
You can't sell any lingerie on eBay. They'll
Okay.
shut you down. So instead, I sell that on gingerlinauctions.com. No, I sold all my fucking awards. It's,
Really?
well, I don't really need them. I don't
Yeah.
need them. My
Wow.
house does not scream Christy Canyon when you walk in. Do you know what I mean? And I respect them and I love them, but they were in storage and I don't, magazines, VHS tapes. I mean, it's just it's fun.
It's
That's all
just,
I could say. And I,
yeah.
and if someone's like, oh, do you need money? I'm sorry, you're so broke. You need to sell your awards. And I'm like, hold on, I gotta let that person go. But no, it's nothing like that. I just don't need all of this stuff. I
Wow.
just don't need it all, if that makes sense. And I'm okay with not needing it all.
Yeah, it's like either you have to have a room or rooms in your house where like every wall is covered, or you've got to like install shelves, and then it's like you're looking at it every day. Like I know what you mean, like
Yeah, I don't like. I remember I used to be friends with Amber Lynn, bitch, and I would walk in her place, and there were posters of her everywhere. Like it was kind of weird to me in a way. Do you know what I mean?
like
Like it
you
was
know what you
very
look like, and it's almost like it could be like almost too vain, like you're coming off too like
right,
too vain.
right. Like there are a few things. Like I have a poster in my office I will never get rid of, and it was from one of the conventions, and it was like Raquel Darrian on the poster. It was all the Vivid girls of that show, myself, Janine, Julia Ann, Raquel Darrian, Hypatia Lee, and maybe Nikki Tyler. It was like star set, and we all signed a poster to each other. And then that is something that I will have forever, because that just means, so much to me. It was a beautiful poster of all the Vivid girls, and it was just gorgeous. Like that kind of thing I'll keep forever. Just, I don't know, an
Yeah,
award for
like something
best person living.
sentimental is one thing, but an
Yeah,
award, it's like you won those awards. Like you can look at your bio and see everything you've
right.
done.
It's so true. That I did not, there's certain things that I'll always keep. Like other things I don't really care. I don't
Yeah.
care.
I mean,
I just don't.
I don't have any porn awards, but like I did have a slew of like diving trophies from being a kid and growing up, like so many, and ribbons, and they just like, what am I gonna do? Just like
Right.
look at
I
these
hear you.
old trophies, like
Right. I totally get it, Chrissy. Oh my God. Are my fans gonna like be so turned off to me after seeing me on your Zoom looking like this?
no, they're gonna be turned on. And the ones that are like love just like natural looking gals are gonna be like, yes, I need to check out Christy.
Oh my God, you guys, I swear I usually at least put on foundation, but it was one of those mornings where I literally like rolled out of bed and I'm like,
Here
holy
we
shit,
go.
I get to
Yeah.
talk to Chrissy. I get to get my nails done. Like, I am telling you, I don't know if I've ever been as busy as I have been as the pandemic. It's crazy. I don't know how it's so weird.
That's
It's so
really
weird.
great.
I know it is. Hold on, someone keeps trying to call. Okay.
Okay.
But it's hell being me, god damn it. It's a busy girl. I just love you. I'm so
Oh.
glad that we finally got a hookup.
I love you too. Now for a less fun question. This is something I have wanted to talk about with a lot of girls in the adult industry, but like, I don't know. I wonder if it's a thing that people don't talk about, and that is the connection between sex trafficking and porn. What are your feelings and thoughts on this? Or do you feel not at all like you know what I mean? Like just try to focus on you.
I've never seen that. I have never seen that in the porn business. Just like I've never seen underage porn. No one knew about Tracy Lords. Believe you me, that was a one-off. Yeah, I'm sure it's out there. Is it in mainstream porn sex trafficking? To my knowledge, I don't know of any, and I'm not bullshitting you. I'm
Yeah, because I think
honest.
there's so many rules, from all the girls I've talked to that who are like, I just haven't seen it in any of my work or on set ever. So
Right. If it's there, I have no way of knowing who it is. I mean, I remember I saw a few girls like on their Instagrams. I'm gonna say Jenna Jameson said she was sex trafficked. And I'm like thinking, you were a fucking Wicked girl and a Vivid girl. We aren't sex trafficked. I don't know so that's the other thing is, I'm sure it's out there. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if it's in porn per se, like mainstream porn. It might be in, some creep's basement, but that's not my world.
Right.
That's not my business. So don't fucking blur the lines there and knock someone like Vivid or VCA or Wicked or a Good Company. Don't be fucking throwing them under the bus because they are above board legal people. Okay, so I have to get that out. Does it exist? Abso-fucking-lutely. In mainstream porn, not a fucking chance. Not even close. And if it does, go to the fucking cops. Go to the cops if it is. Believe me, the cops will take you seriously if it's that. I don't know though, Chrissy. I really don't. I've never met anybody that was sex trafficked. I have met a girl on my radio show years ago that was slipped a Mickey by somebody, and I don't want to say because it was never in court and I don't want to get sued. But there was a girl, a very cute girl, that was slipped a Mickey at the onset of her career by a real scumbag in the business. So that
on set or like at an event?
Yes. Okay. No, on set. And there is that, I hate to say. Actual sex trafficking, I don't think so. I don't know, but I know of a few girls that have had, by one or two people that are just scum. This one person I'm thinking of did serve time in prison for other stuff. So he's just a bad fucking egg. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if she ever pursued it. I don't know. But if you fuck with me, I will take it till the bitter end. So people have to get wise. People have to toughen up. People have to use law enforcement to their advantage. If anything, I've got a fucking attorney that'll rip someone's head off if they ever did anything to me. So you have to protect yourself. You have to pad yourself with really good people in the world. Then you get into porn, and nowadays, you better pad yourself with really good people. I was always protected, though. I was with Vivid. I was with Playboy. I was very, very fortunate that I was always surrounded by people that had my best interest at heart.
That's great. Do you think a lot of girls don't do that in the industry?
I don't think it's out there anymore, Chrissy. I mean, there is some of it. If you're a Mark Spiegler girl, he's one of the agents. Fabulous. Amazing. They, like, any Spiegler girl shouldn't have a sob story because he will protect his girls. Sadly, though, there's a lot of people that claim to be agents that are like, yeah, suck my dick and I'll see if you could. I never got the fucking casting. I never got a hashtag me too anybody. No one ever tried anything on me. You're probably looking at me going, bitch, if they woke up with you, I can see why.
No, that's really great. That's really great that you even like in comedy, there are creeps, who are like just hanging around waiting for you to get drunk and then swooping in. So, but that's great that nothing like that happened to you.
See, I would get drunk and I'd swoop in on the comedian. I was a total chuckle fucker. I fucked every comedian at the Comedy Store.
Really? Who were your favorites?
Robin Williams.
That's great.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh my God, that's great.
And someone else who was famous, and I can't remember his name.
George Carlin?
No,
he might have been too old.
Hispanic guy. He was Hispanic. He was very popular in that era. He was on a TV show. He's very
Carlos Mencia?
No, I wish. No. I tried to hook up with him. Oh my God, in the 90s, Ron Jeremy was my go-to. I'd be like, Ron, I want to fuck this guy. And he'd set me up with them.
Wow. So he was like a pimp kind of.
Pimp without getting paid. I'd maybe throw him a burger or a sandwich. But I did want to fuck Carlos Mancini in the 90s. And I think it was mid-90s. I'm like, Ron, set me up with him. He tried, but I guess the guy was like happily married or had a girlfriend or something. And I don't play that game. If you're happy with somebody, I don't want to be the, I don't want to be the one to break up your happy house kind of thing.
Of course. But,
so I never did get a fuck him. But who was that guy? God damn it. I don't even remember. That's Hispanic that's how bad I am.
I can't think of it. Who was better in bed, Andrew Dice Clay or Robin Williams?
They were both good in separate ways. And I always did a threesome with my roommate. We were like the total hoes of the Comedy Store.
Oh my God, that's great.
And totally fucked even like the newbies. I just had a thing for people that made me laugh, which is, but it was fun. Oh my God, it was so much fun. The one I couldn't get was Who could I not fuck? I think he was gay. They were like, Christy, you're barking up the wrong tree there.
Who's gay?
Heavy set guy.
Did he die? Was it that guy?
No, he's still alive. He was in some movies too. Adorable. Fuck, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. He was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off too. He played like he's delivered balloons.
Why can't I think of his name?
I don't know. I'll text it to you later.
Okay.
And then you can just insert it.
Yeah, people who are watching this are going to be probably in the comments firing.
He was
off.
so funny, and they're like, Christy, no, maybe Peter North, not you.
Okay, was he like out? I guess it sounds like he was kind of out, or no?
And they just, I think it was a gnome thing, but it was in an era where, you know, you didn't really admit it. Fuck me. Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson. Oh,
Yes.
he might have been gay. Okay. Wow.
I think so. I don't know. I'm not making, you know, but they were like,
Right.
Don't even go there. It's not worth it. You're not going to get far. Go
Wow.
fuck someone else, you know.
So this is a whole range of dudes, you know, like as long as they were funny, you were like, I'm on board. I like it.
Yeah, like people are like, how could you have fucked Ron Jeremy so much? You know why? He wasn't a bad lay. He was an amazing pussy licker, and
Ooh.
he made me laugh. You know, and I've always said this. I think Ron Jeremy was the best pussy licker.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Interesting.
He learned from Nina Hartley.
Wow. So she
And
like
she's
taught
great.
him.
Yeah, and let me tell you, she's great. They both admit, yep, she taught me. I taught him. Like it's a known fact.
Wow. I need lessons. My God. I feel like I don't.
Yeah.
I'll do a master class. Wow, that's really interesting. Wow, what is Ron Jeremy's penis situation like?
Right now he's fucked, and I don't mean by porn stars. He is in some, you know what I say? I don't know. He never ever forced himself on me. Do I think it's real? I don't know, and I don't like to say because again, I don't know the story. Whatever it is, it's not good. Whether he didn't do it, whether he did it, but sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire, and I'll leave it at that.
I was just asking if he had a big dick or not.
Oh, yeah, he did.
But,
Oh
yeah.
my God, I know. He does have a big dick. He has a beautiful cock. He
Really?
does. Yeah, he does. He has a great cock, and he knows exactly how to use it.
Wow. Well, look at that. See, we're learning a little something.
Oh, there's a whole lot of something there. There's nothing little about his dick. I'll be honest.
So you guys would hook up, and he was good at hooking you up with other guys. So he was just like all about it. Yeah.
It was a win-win situation.
Well, yeah, you guys are both like legends in your own right. So it kind of makes sense.
He hooked me up. He hooked me up with Slash. Some of my best hookups were with Ron Jeremy, from Ron Jeremy.
Wow. Slash. Who else from the music world?
Not many. I think Slash, CeCe DeVille. I think that's it though. Hang on, I'm taking you off my speaker. You're coming into my fucking nail appointment.
Oh man.
Hold on, I'm putting on my beauty. You know what? Just when you thought Christy couldn't get any weirder looking,
it's happening. Oh yeah. That's a cute mask.
Ginger gave it to me.
Oh, I gotta do a pod or something with Ginger. Get her on the show. I gotta get both of you guys on Wet Spot.
Oh my God. He's adorable. And I love her. You still hear me?
Yes.
Oh wait. Can you hear me?
Oh boy. Not so much, but it's okay. Yes.
Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, but I can hear you. Oh boy. This might be my favorite podcast. We've gone from the house to the car to the parking lot and now the nail salon.
Hold on.
She can't hear me, but
Chrissy?
I can hear her. Yes, I'm still here. We should wrap this up soon. Christy. I feel sorry for anybody who's listening on the audio version, but you can see she's getting her nails done. All right, we're going to wrap this up soon. Christy. Okay, you can hear me? Oh boy. She's walking past a Pizza Hut.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me? I'm going to put this on pause. Hold on a second.
Chrissy?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you for some reason.
All right, Christy, that's okay. I'm going to let you go, but like, let's do a couple of, where should people find you, follow you, support you? Where would you like new fans to go?
Oh my God, you're so cute. The best place is onlyfans.com/Christy Canyon 11 or patreon.com/Who Let the Girls Out.
I love it. Christy, enjoy your nails. I'll have to have you back on again. This was a delight. It was so good to see you again.
Oh my God, you are so cute. Don't be mad that I was like running around.
No.
And now I'm in the barrios getting my nails done.
Ooh, enjoy. Yeah, I could never be mad at you. This was great. We'll do it again sometime.
All right.
Love you. Bye.